Are you sick of studying English but not seeing any results? Do you feel like no matter how many grammar rules you learn or new words you memorize, there's something missing from your English? Are you frustrated that you can understand other people speaking English, but when it comes to you speaking, you just don't know what to do? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this is the video for you because today I'm going to show you why mastering phrasal verbs will unlock the door to fluent English communication. I am your English coach, and this channel is all about helping you learn English faster, more effectively, and without all the boring busy work. So if you're ready to learn English step by step, master phrasal verbs and finally speak English fluently, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new lessons. And if you want more English learning tips and tricks, make sure you check out my free newsletter. I send out 2 emails every week, one with an English learning tip and the other with a mini English lesson that you can use right away. Let's get started. There are over 3,000 phrasal verbs in the English language. A phrasal verb is an expression made up of a verb combined with one or more adverbs or prepositions. For example, the verb get can be combined with the adverb up and the preposition on to form the phrasal verb get up on. Each phrasal verb has its own unique meaning. In this case, get up on means to stand up on something. Why should you learn phrasal verbs? You might think that learning all those phrasal verbs will be too difficult or time-consuming, but the truth is that you probably already know some phrasal verbs and adding new ones to your repertoire will make you sound more fluent in English. Let's look at 5 reasons why you need to learn phrasal verbs. Number 1, to improve your fluency and naturalness. Learning phrasal verbs will improve your fluency and naturalness. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time. It's estimated that they use between 20 and 40 phrasal verbs every day. By learning and using phrasal verbs, you will speak more naturally and fluently. You will also sound less like a foreigner. This is because phrasal verbs are expressions that are idiomatic in nature. Idiomatic means that the expression cannot be understood literally. Instead, it must be understood figuratively. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time. For example, if someone says, "Hey, did you see John? He really blew me off," you would not think that he literally blew you off. You would understand that he ignored you or was rude to you. Number 2, to improve your listening and reading comprehension. Learning phrasal verbs will help you to listen and read more effectively. Phrasal verbs are used very often, so if you don't know them, you may miss their meaning when you're listening to or reading something. For example, let's say you hear someone say, "Don't just stand there. Get off it." If you don't know the phrasal verb get off, you may not understand what they mean. If you do know the phrasal verb get off, then you will understand that the person wants you to stop doing whatever you are doing. This will help you to listen and read more effectively. For example, let's say you hear someone say, "Don't just stand there. Get off it." If you don't know the phrasal verb get off, you may not understand what they mean. If you do know the phrasal verb get off, then you will understand that the person wants you to stop doing whatever you are doing. But when we combine it with the preposition down and the adverb up, we can say that we have broken down and broken up. Both phrasal verbs have different meanings. To break down means to become very upset, and to break up means to end a relationship. This will help you to sound more interesting and varied when you speak. Number 4, to make it easier to speak. Speaking a language requires the ability to communicate clearly and effectively. When you use phrasal verbs, you can express yourself more easily. Phrasal verbs are phrases that are used in place of single words. For example, instead of saying, "I think he's no longer interested in her," you could say, "I think he's gotten over her." The second example sounds much better and is easier to say. Phrasal verbs are made up of common words that you probably already know, but when you put them together, they create a new meaning. This means that you don't have to memorize as many words when you learn phrasal verbs. You simply need to memorize the phrasal verb as a whole. Phrasal verbs can help you to communicate more easily because they are often shorter than the phrases that they replace. For example, instead of saying, "I'm going to stop playing," you could say, "I'm going to call it quits." This helps you to communicate more easily and effectively. Number 5, to make English more flexible and expressive. Phrasal verbs add color and variety to your speech. They make your communication more interesting and enjoyable to listen to. When you use phrasal verbs, you can express yourself more easily and precisely. Phrasal verbs can help you to communicate more easily because they are often shorter than the phrases that they replace. This means that you can express yourself more quickly and efficiently. For example, instead of saying, "I think he's no longer interested in her," you could say, "I think he's gotten over her." The second example sounds much better and is easier to say. Phrasal verbs can help you to make your communication more precise. When you use phrasal verbs, you can express yourself more easily and precisely. In conclusion, phrasal verbs are an important part of the English language. They are used all the time by native speakers. Learning phrasal verbs will help you to improve your fluency and naturalness, improve your listening and reading comprehension, improve your vocabulary, make it easier to speak, and make English more flexible and expressive. So if you want to improve your English, then start learning phrasal verbs today. Now that you know why you need to learn phrasal verbs, it's time to learn some phrasal verbs. Here are 5 common phrasal verbs that you can start using today. Phrasal verb number 1 is break up. This phrasal verb means to end a relationship. For example, "We broke up last month." Phrasal verb number 2 is call it quits. This phrasal verb means to stop doing something. For example, "I'm calling it quits." "I'm too tired." Phrasal verb number 3 is get along with. This phrasal verb means to have a friendly relationship with someone. For example, "Do you get along with your brother?" Phrasal verb number 4 is look forward to. This phrasal verb means to be excited about something that is going to happen in the future. For example, "I'm looking forward to seeing you next week." Phrasal verb number 5 is run into. This phrasal verb means to meet someone by chance. For example, "I ran into my old friend at the store." Now that you know 5 common phrasal verbs, it's time to practice using them. You can practice using phrasal verbs with a partner or with a group of friends. You can also practice using phrasal verbs with a native speaker online. If you want to learn more phrasal verbs, there are many resources available online and offline. You can find phrasal verb lists online and you can buy phrasal verb workbooks offline. You can also watch videos about phrasal verbs on YouTube. If you want to continue learning English with us, enroll in our online English courses. We offer corporate and private online English courses for basic, intermediate, and advanced learners who want to improve their fluency and communication skills. Our courses are taught by experienced and qualified English teachers, and they are designed to help you reach your English learning goals. You can choose from a variety of course options, including general English, business English, and exam preparation courses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.